All right, this is 6.0. This is, you know what? We're going to have fun with this one. We are. This is going to be a good time. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so Jeff Iafrate's 2025 Detroit Lions mock draft 6.0. All right. This is where it gets interesting because, and I know people are probably going to see this and be like, my gosh, I've seen this way too much. But it's happening more consistently. And that is a player falling that I love. And I'm sorry. Okay, I had to do it. And that's James Pierce Jr. All right. And I'm sorry. I had to do it. And you can disagree with the pick. All right. And that's okay. I'm not going to hate it. And people, this is kind of a controversial pick. And people will look at me and say, Jeff, you're an idiot. Lions will never do this. Okay, that's fine. I understand it. But this is who I think would be an excellent pick for the Lions. An excellent pick. Because the proof's in the pudding. All right. The proof is really in the tape. Go watch the tape. James Pierce is incredible. He really is. Not even just the win rate, but the athleticism. He'll check every box on the field the Lions are looking for. It's just how it works. I mean, he's 6'5", a little undersized. I mean, he's 243. You probably want him to gain another 15, 20, 25 pounds, but 243. And who knows? He'll probably be heavier towards the draft, but he's super athletic. A 23% pass rush win rate. By the way, guys, that's ridiculous. I mean, in the SEC too, man. And he's had big games against big opponents. I know Alabama, he didn't have his best game. I guess, you're dealing with that offensive line. Listen, these guys are all, they're young guys. I mean, they're going to have games where it's like, okay, this guy needs more development. He does, clearly. But I think with Casey Rogers and hopefully, with Za'Darius, if he comes back, just like that's in the room with him, I can see James Pierce blossoming into an 8-9 sack a year guy. I do. I think he'll be that productive. He had a pick 6 in college. Love that too. It's just a little nugget you drop in there because it's like, hey, Aiden's got great hands. Aiden's had interceptions. James Pierce has great hands. And he's athletic. And he's long, right? He makes up for it. 43 hurries this season. 7.5 sacks. There's not much more I need to add. 9.5 sacks and a pick last year. Or the year prior. Great pick. All right. I don't need to add much more into this. All right, let's keep it pushing. You guys already know I already see, look at this. The Purple Prince, Jeff's got a boner for this dude. I mean, it's just, okay. Can you blame me? The guy's incredible. All right, let's keep it pushing. Don't clip that. With the 60th pick, I went with a guy I love. See, these are guys I love. These are guys I love. Jared Wilson, center, Georgia, UGA. Excellent center. This would be an excellent pick. He's a great pass blocker. Excellent pass blocker. This thing I love about UGA is he started 1 year. Or excuse me, Jared Wilson started 1 year at UGA. Started 1 year. Love that. 1 year. And he was excellent. He's played right guard, which I brought up last time. 0 sacks allowed, 1 hit allowed in the SEC. I mean, are we just going to gloss over that? 1 year, 0 sacks, 1 hit allowed. Played right guard, played center. I think in the NFL, he'll play center, but he could play right guard as well. So if you need him to play this year, he could play this year. Graham goes down, anything happens, boom. Jared Wilson plays right guard. And then if Frank were to go down, you have a center to play. You have a guy that could play center. So he plays both positions. Versatility. He has nothing. I mean, Georgia players, for some reason, are getting in trouble with the law consistently. I don't know what it is with speeding. Speeding is a big thing in Georgia. I don't know. I lived there for a couple of years. Everyone seemed to go under the speed limit. So I don't know where that comes from. Coming from Michigan, I was a little confused by that. But I digress. Jared Wilson, excellent pick. I think this is like the perfect. He's got all the athleticism check. He checks all those boxes. And I think this will be an excellent. First 2 picks for the Lions. Oh, I love these. And you notice how a lot of these mock drafts have been going in the trenches first. Yeah, Jared Wilson's in the trenches. And if he doesn't work out at center, he'll be one of the 2 positions for a long, long time. So the Lions will love this player. Absolutely love him. All right, let's get to the next pick. And this is where it gets a little interesting. And stick with me on this. because this is a new player. I've never taken him before. And shout out to Malik in the chat. That's my guy. It's my draft guru, man. And a lot of you guys have been talking about him too. So let's get to it. Decided to select Savion Jones, edge from LSU. And I want your honest guy. I want your guys' honest thoughts on this. All right, 102 Savion Jones. Played at LSU, had a ridiculous year. It does remind me kind of when you look at his career, because he at LSU, he was okay. And just in general, like I'll go through his years right now and kind of walk you guys through it. Like he had 4.5 sacks, 2.5 sacks, and then he had 4.5 sacks this past year, 2 forced fumbles. But look at go watch him. Okay. He has a 15.1% pass rush win rate, 32 hurries, guys, 32. Which is a lot. Like he's back there often. He's back there. Now the sacks, for whatever reason, he doesn't have 10, 11 sacks. But he wins one-on-ones. He's 6'6", 280, checks those boxes, and he's gotten better every year. Even if the numbers don't always indicate it. This isn't like a, I guess you wouldn't say he's like a, Shamar Stewart, where it's, 1.5 sack every year. He's gotten 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, or 4.5, 2.5, 4.5. But he's gotten better and better. And he's super long, by the way. Like check the length, the arm size. You don't have to worry about that. But he's going to give you impactful plays right away. He can win in 2 ways, 2-point stance, 3-point stance. I mean, he can do it all. And the thing the Lions will love about him, the thing I noticed when watching him is his motor, which is what the Lions love. The thing and this is what I remember I talked about this earlier with the whole like run defender thing. He's not an elite run defender. He's okay. But for the size, 6'6", 280, he's capable. That's what you look for. So Savion Jones at 102 could be a steal. He checks every box for me, especially at 102. It's great value. And shout out to Malik, man. He's been a big fan of Savion. Same with a lot of people in the chat, but Malik's been preaching about Savion. And honestly, I love the player. So it's a great find by you guys. Great find. All right, we'll get to the next pick. So I got 2 edges. This pick. This one, if I had a honest evaluation, this is a guy I just love, and he was on the board. This is where I went BPA. I just did. I went BPA, and to me, a Johnny Cornelius. I took him again, and I know what people are going to say. Well, you have Jared Wilson. He can play guard for you. Yeah, but I'm looking more so down the line in the future. And for a Johnny Cornelius to be there for me, I had to select him. I do. I had to select him because he can play tackle. He can play guard. He played right tackle, and he played right guard. But if Jared Wilson really is your future center, and Frank only has a couple years left, maybe 1-2 years, Jared Wilson will be starting at center for you. You do need a future right guard, and you might just have him with a Johnny Cornelius. And I really do. I think our Johnny Cornelius will be a great mid-round tackle guard, swing tackle, someone that can play more than one position, which I think is valuable in the NFL. That's what teams are looking for. If you can play 2 positions, boom, we love you, and he can do that. So even Jared Wilson, like Jared could play left guard if you needed him to, which I'm sure there have to be, a period of time where he's going to have to learn that, but he's capable. He's that athletic, and a Johnny could play right guard. You can make it work. If there's injuries, a lot of versatility, 2 guys that can play 2 positions, right? A Johnny tackle guard, Jared center guard. So I like the versatility. I know people are probably going to, well, you have 2 guys that can play right guard. Jared's really a center. So it's just about depth, guys. And it's about really BPA. And Johnny Cornelius at 130 was the best player available. So I had to select him. I love him. I love a Johnny. It's a good pick. Solid pick. All right. Let's keep it pushing. Like this pick a lot. It's a player people are familiar with. So let's do it. It's new. It's very new. And let me tell you, Dante Thornton Jr. This dude is a freak. He's an absolute freak. I mean, that's all there is to it. He's 6'5", ran a 4.3. 6'5", ran a 4.3. Let that sink in for a second. Look at his average yards per reception, too, which I think is the biggest thing when you're looking at Dante Thornton Jr. Yards per reception. He's 22, so he's still young. This year at Tennessee, he had like 600, almost 700 yards, 6 touchdowns. But his yards per catch, he averaged 25 yards a catch this year. 25. His longest was 86 this year on 26 catches. 26 catches, 600 plus yards. You know how insane that is? 26 catches? And then you look at what he did this year for Tennessee. He's had games, he's had 300-yard games. 300-yard games. He had 3 catches in each of them. 3 catches. 3 catches, which I love. I love Dante. I mean, talk about Tim Patrick replacement. This dude's like perfect. True act, 6'5". And he's a burner, big, physical, jump ball guy. I mean, there's someone different. It's a different wide receiver. I had Trey Harris last week, but Dante Thornton, watch the tape. This dude is a freak athlete. And his size to move the way he does is pretty impressive. So, all right. That's what I did at 196. Got a wide receiver. You know how Brad drafts at 196. Watch Dante Thornton turn into a great player. Just how it works. All right, let's keep it pushing. With the next selection. Took a very familiar face. Ty Robinson. Had to go defensive line. I just did. Ty Robinson was available. You guys know Ty Robinson. The guy's got a lot of versatility to him. Okay, he's just another high motor guy. Savion Jones, Ty Robinson, high motor, both of them. James Pierce. Like, notice, like you take a James Pierce, and there is some risk to it, but I think the risk will pay off. But even if James Pierce flames out, which I don't think he will at all, I don't think that's going to happen. You're going to get a really good player. But you have Savion Jones, Ty Robinson. You're drafting other guys too that are going to be really good players, in my opinion. And Ty Robinson is a high motor guy, great against the run. He can rush the passer. He's got a rare combination of size and speed. When you watch him at the combine, he ran a pretty impressive 40 at 6'6". I mean, what was it, 290 pounds, something like that. He is a massive dude, like massive calves, arms, just a humongous dude. It's crazy. Pat O'Connor replacement. That's what Ty Robinson is. Ty, I mean, seriously, he can play. He's got versatility. He could be a true edge. He can play pretty much anywhere, which is what you're looking for when you're taking a guy, especially this late, but just in general. I think you got a steal here. At 228, you get Ty Robinson. It's pretty impressive. All right, let's keep it pushing. Next pick. This guy I've taken before, and I think it's a perfect player because it's like size, everything. Smail Mondon, linebacker out of Georgia. Notice I got 2 Tennessee players, 2 Georgia players. So SEC, which is important. I think. Oh no, I got some Big Ten action in here. I got Big Ten in here. I'll say, well, I got some Big Ten guys, but SEC Big Ten. Smail Mondon Jr. He is a 6'3", good size. I love Smail. He can play special teams for you. And I think at some point you're probably going to have to draft a linebacker. I know the Malcolm Rodriguez, unless you want to bring him back, but just to have another linebacker on the roster, especially as Anzalone gets a little older, just to have some depth there. You cut Germ. I know they just brought in Grant Stewart, but still, Smail Mondon is a really good late round pick. And some team's going to like him a lot and take him. I don't even know if he'll be here at 244, but in this situation, if he is, it's a great selection. I mean, it just is. Smail Mondon. Why wouldn't you want to take him? So, yep, this is the player I decided to go with. Happy with him. Love the guy. I've started to watch him more and more and really like him. You know, there's things he needs to work on, of course. Like there are lapses in his game, but that's why he's 244. You know, like with the right development, which Kelvin Shepard as a defensive coordinator, I'd say that's a pretty good start for any linebacker, especially a rookie. So This is my mock. This is my Detroit Lions NFL mock 6.0 for the 2025 NFL draft. Let me know what you guys think, because I've done 6 of these and they've all been very different. I don't like to force different picks just for content. I do. I want you guys to know that I believe in the players I take. I don't just take players just to take them and be like, well, this week I'll do this because it's interesting. No, I believe these guys are all great players, would be great players for the Lions. This is just personally my preference. And you guys have been really supportive on these videos. So, and I appreciate that. So let me know. Give me a grade. Give me a grade on the mock. If you walked away with this, by the way, no trades, which is unrealistic. Brad's going to trade, but just hypothetically, this was the draft. What grade would you give it? And I'm not soft. You can give me whatever grade you want to give it. You want to say F? Go ahead. D, C, whatever it is. I don't care. Because I appreciate the criticism. I do. But I like him. I like these picks, guys. I don't know. The boys are going to have to really step up today if they're going to want to beat me. They just are. Boone and Lukas are going to have to bring it if they're going to beat this draft. They just are. I see it. Gato Boy wants solid A. Shift God A+. Malik between A and A+. I'll take an A. A's good, man. You get an A- on a quiz or a test, you're happy. I don't give a shit. I don't care about an A+. I'll take an A-. So I love that. Appreciate you all. Mark Royal, A. Motor City. He said, give me an A as well. Appreciate you guys, man. Silent, I'll give it an A. I just don't see JPJ at 28 for the Lions. I mean, that's fair. I can't be mad at you, Silent. I can't. Levi, I say B+. I'd be happy if you walked away with this. Hey, appreciate it, Levi. That's still, hey, I'll take it. I will take it. Now, like, realistically, guys, you know how I operate. You know, I'm going to take who I want to take, but if I'm trying to be a little objective, do I think there's a possibility the Lions just say no thanks to JPJ? I do. I really do. I think that's not a crazy thing to say. Like, I think there's an opportunity, Brad. I think there's a real opportunity of Brad looking at JPJ at 28 and saying, I'm good. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want anything to do with it. And that's why I think trading out is probably more on the table than people think. And although I disagree with passing on a player like that, it's just what if you have a philosophy as a GM, you can't go away from it. And not everyone has to have the same philosophy. Like Howie Roseman and Brad Holmes have different philosophies, and that's okay. You know, that's fine. The way Brad approaches it and the way Howie does, they're different, but they don't go away from it. So the way Howie's been doing it, it works for him. The way Brad's been doing it, it works for him, and I can't blame him. You know, I don't expect Brad to bend the rules for anyone. Hey, what's going on there? It's Jeff Iafrate. Appreciate you for finishing the video. You can check out one of the videos here suggested or show support by commenting, liking, and subscribing. And buy your merchandise, FisherCTSports.com.